Sarika, you just told me your husband booked this machine some 3-4 years ago, and now you're getting it. How did he do that? He decided to invest in a product which was not in the market.
Well, I guess that's his love for me. Anything which makes my life easier, he would right away go for it.
Yeah. So now that you'll have the roti maker, how do you feel?
Well, I have to first test the product. I mean, I let's hope so that it.
Are you excited about it?
I am very much excited.
Get the roti maker.
Yes, definitely, definitely.
So, do you think like every woman's dream come true kind of thing?
Well, it definitely makes our lives easier, especially for working moms like me. I have 3 kids, I have 3 boys. And so definitely I'm looking forward to use this product and see how it really makes my dream come true,
You know what? You have to wait 90 seconds for each roti.
Wow. So let's hope so, right?
Yeah.
That it will make my life easier and, it will save me time. And my kids will have fresh rotis all the time and will not have to depend upon the delivery services, things like that,
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So TV Asia viewers, we are here today with the founder of Rotimatic, Pranati Nagarkar Israni. She's from India but lived in Singapore, and she has invented this awesome product which will make a Indian woman's dream come true. Let's talk to Pranati and find out what has her journey been, how this journey has been so far. Welcome to TV Asia, Pranati.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Can tell us about your background, where do you come from, and how this interest came about, and under what circumstances you wanted to do this?
So I'm very blessed to have a great very simple background. I'm from Pune, and I think I'm probably the 5th or 6th generation mechanical engineer in my family. So basically product design engineer, and being a wife and a mom, health conscious. Both me and Rishi, we've both been very health conscious. Our bent is on look at the nutrition, look at food in a wholesome manner rather than breaking it down into carbs, fat and protein, and just going back to the roots, really. Like the whole world is crazy about yoga, but we only have lost the essence of it. Personally, but then we were going back to our roots. But being technologists and passionate engineers, we wanted to find the right balance. And I think roti making was one problem in our life, which was like, okay, the only way to quench your hunger is by eating the garam rotis. And if you can't make them every day, it's what do you do, right? So as an engineer, and both me and Rishi were trying to crack this problem. And so we thought of Rotimatic as it should be absolutely one-click operation. Whatever atta I use for making rotis by hand is what I need to enter into the machine. And so that was the real seed of the.
So when you were in Singapore, you thought about all this, right?
That's right. So we both were working in Singapore. He was doing a startup. I was working in product design engineering firm. And then we were like, okay, time to take the plunge and do this.
So did you quit your jobs?
So I quit my job first 9 years ago. And really believed in this, and it was for us. It was like an opportunity, which will revolutionize the way we make rotis or eat rotis. And exactly, it's like the washing machine or your dishwasher, any product in the home which has really got convenience to your life. So we imagined Rotimatic to be that, and that's how we started the journey.
It's an innovative invention which you spend hours and hours to put everything together inside that machine, right?
Exactly. So, I mean, if you look at the way it is, it's got a lot of architecture, mechanism. It's got 10 motors, 15 sensors, a lot of precision engineering. That's the mechanical aspect. The look and feel aspect is the product. So that was sort of my area of work, whereas Rishi was the software engineer behind it. So, the way it takes the flour and water proportion and has the intelligence built into it was the software challenge for him. And it's got machine learning as well. Because, your atta and water proportion is always very difficult even for us. you'll never know the exact proportion. There are so many factors involved: the humidity of the air, the particle size, the fiber content. Every brand will have its own compositions. So it's very hard for a machine to know how much water do I add to it to make a good dough ball. Right, so that was a big breakthrough that we achieved, and which is why it has taken us such a long time, because we were the first users of it. So we didn't want to compromise any aspect of health or nutrition. And now I'm a mom as well, so it makes it that much more important for me to know what is going inside my child's body.
It's easier for you.
It's easier, and now if you look, it's also economical, because the roti that comes out of Rotimatic is only 5 cents. The cost of it, the ingredients and electricity. So the machine is essentially going to pay for itself. And it's a lifestyle change, right? It's something that we need to have in our kitchen. It's going to save so much time. Growing up, I always remember my mom would be tucked away in the kitchen making the garam roti, insisting that you have to eat the phula hua roti.
Yeah.
And me and my brother would be like, no, we'll wait for you. You come, we'll eat together. And that was always a struggle. And now,
What kind of challenges you faced and how big a team you had to put together for all this?
so that's the picture of the entire team, and it's a great feeling to know that they are all crazy, passionate engineers who are aligned with this vision. And it's a lot of effort that everybody has put in. Every part of the product is designed by Simplistic, the company. And
Simplistic is the company, Rotimatic is the product. That's the only product you have right now?
right now, our hands are full on just getting this to market.
What was the major challenge? Funding? What was the major challenge?
There were lots of challenges actually. I mean, it just every stage of the journey, there is a different challenge. So in the beginning, for the first year, I was all alone working out of a small office space. Getting the first proof of concept was the first challenge. Then that worked. Then, in fact, we have a video of the first prototype. Then getting the credibility, because a lot of people are like, okay, you know what? Everybody must have thought, कि ऐसा क्यों नहीं है? Why isn't there a machine like this? And yet nobody was able to, get it to life. Many people tried and failed. So there were a lot of technical challenges, a lot of startup hiccups. Funding issues, hiring issues. But I think it has been an amazing journey. At the end of it, we are here and the product is ready. We're getting a great response from all the users. The delay that was caused also because we decided to add Wi-Fi to the machine, that added to the delay of it.
To use
The cloud, because it's new age, right? I mean, everything has to be connected in today's world. And
so if you have to upgrade it, you have to.
the possibilities it adds to it are amazing, right? So why do we stay behind? We said, okay, let's go, let's take it one step further. So the Wi-Fi was added to it, which was also another, software upgrade feature thing. Now it's basically on the app. You can control the machine. You can download recipes, which will go to your machine. Plus the chat support is also something which we offer. So you go to our app and
Download recipes that will go to the machine. What kind of recipes do you need?
Roti is roti, but then now for example, we have released for beta testers, we've released a puri feature. So it makes a dough, flattens it and kicks it out. So it's the
Size of a
puri
and
and
you
you
just
fry it. So that's a feature added. Then there'll be some flavored rotis and stuff that we can do. So that's another addition.
So to do all this, you need a lot of support and funding. What part did you manage and what part did your husband manage, and how did you do it?
So between me and Rishi, actually we share our responsibilities in a way. Technically, I'm the CTO, but it's both of us. I do the hardware and he does the software of it. Marketing is something we both as co-founders, you have to pretty much do everything. But there's marketing, there's fundraising. So we've raised 15 million up till now, and that's something that you have to do. But yeah, we both have our own strengths and we play on that.
Where do you raise your funds from?
So we've done angel round, Series A and Series B. So all three have happened in Singapore. The last round was a VC round, which we did with a local VC firm called NSI Ventures. And then we also got Bosch, the German engineering company's VC arm to invest in us. So that was a great stamp of credibility for us, because the engineering due diligence that they did for us was quite intense.
That's very nice. And then how many, suppose the demand increases, do you have enough products to sell in the market?
Yeah, absolutely. So we already have, correct. So we have a manufacturing line. We have 2 lines right now running, making the machines. And as we scale up, so there are these challenges now that we are trying to, get past are basically cash flow challenges because the product is, it's got a lot of parts. You have to, there's a lead time for every part. So it has to be ordered in time. We have to pay for those parts upfront. And then that's why we are doing build to order. So the next orders that we are starting to take with the waitlisters right now is going to get delivered to them in May. So we will take their orders, we'll build their product, and then we'll ship it to them.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you. It took you 8 long years to do this. So meanwhile, people had already booked orders. So how did they have trust in you? Also, how did you get that trust for them?
We are very blessed to have all those supporters and backers. So in 2014 June or sometime then, we did a quick gauge of how much people want this product. So for 5 days we opened up our orders, and in 5 days we had closed our orders basically. And those people waited. There were about 8,000 users who waited, but they really waited for us. They had paid 10% upfront, and they were waiting to get. We would give them monthly updates. We kept them in touch. So so many things. Our wait list also is 300,000. They are on wait list, and there are so many times when. Like for example, the waitlisters, right? We were not really able to give them updates because we were all, bootstrapping everything. So we had to focus and concentrate our energies and efforts. So we said, okay, 8,000 users who've given us their 10%, let's give them monthly, weekly, not weekly, sorry, every 45 days, every 2 months, we would give them an update. What's happening in the manufacturing line? What are the challenges? How soon are we going to cross that challenge? The Wi-Fi enability that we added, they didn't know that their machine is going to be Wi-Fi enabled. But then we added that feature to it as well. And they have all stuck by very patiently, very nicely. They have given us all their encouragement and moral support.
It's tough. To go through this whole thing, now you have a kid. How do you, as a housewife and as an inventor, the innovation, your entrepreneurship, seeing you as a woman entrepreneur upcoming, it's really amazing. So how do you spend time with your kid now?
Well, he's 3.5 years old. I'm really missing him right now. He's back in Singapore. But I think the larger picture was always so powerful. This is what we need. We are creating as technologists, engineers. Let's create a world where people can start eating at home, cook your food at home, know what you're putting inside when you're making it, ingredients. Have the freedom over that. So that was sort of the bigger picture. And of course, we spend a lot of time with them, quality time with them. We have a great support system, parents, they've been amazing. We've got a nanny at home who takes care of him as well. Of course, we spend a lot of time. I put him to bed every night. So there's a lot of time we spend with him.
One roti takes 90 minutes, 90 seconds. Isn't that a little long?
Actually, you don't realize that some people are telling us that, can you slow it down? Can I have an option to slow it down? Really? Because 90 seconds is quite a lot. Once the pans are hot, they take 6 minutes to warm up. Once they are warmed up, every 90 seconds it kicks out a roti.
So one dough that you fill up in that box, how many rotis come out from that?
The flour container can store for 15 rotis, but you can just leave it there. It has a level sensor. You can make 1 roti or you can make 100 rotis. As long as you keep topping up the flour when it tells you to, you can have it for your parties.
What kind of oil do you use?
Any edible oil, any edible oil that's liquid at room temperature.
All right, that's wonderful. What else would you like to add for our viewers?
So I think, we just want to tell everybody that we've put a lot of heart and soul into making this. 9 years was a tough journey, but here we are. It's a product which is it's beauty with brains. There's a lot of engineering inside. It's a mini factory. It's going to save you.
Beauty with brains with you or the product?
I meant Rotimatic. Totally. Yeah, it's got to, save so much time every day. Rotis are so essential to, and it's so versatile. It can make tortillas. It's whole wheat tortillas actually, right? And there's versatility to it. It's new age. And we really hope people will, it'll save their...
You launched it in Singapore first and now US. And is it launched in India yet?
No, not in India yet. So we're going one country at a time. We have to do thorough testing in each country. There's certifications, regulations that need to be passed for every country. So beta testing is happening in India right now, but we haven't launched in India yet.
Mom hasn't had it yet.
She does. She's the first beta tester. So I had to do that, right? Send the first machine to my mom.
And your mother-in-law?
And my mother-in-law, of course. I have to. I mean, they have been the biggest supporters.
You're based out of Singapore.
Based out of Singapore. We've now got an office in Gurgaon. We're also starting an office in California.
California first. Hasn't gone to the East Coast. You're launched in West Coast.
We've launched in all parts of US. So the pre-orders that we did in 2014, the 8,000 orders, they came from all parts of US. So the shipping has already started.
Demo is happening.
Yeah, we're doing only in San Jose. Yeah.
Why is that?
I guess this is where the largest crowd of early adopters are. I guess people who are technologists who would appreciate the engineering effort that has gone into making it. So I guess.
Thank you so much, Pranati. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. How do you find the rotis?
Roti is good. It's nice and soft and texture, and it looks good. Tastes well too.
What about the pricing? Do you think it's right? Isn't it expensive?
I just walked in, so maybe she'll be the one to.
Pricing is perfect. Sorry? Pricing is perfect. I don't think it's...
Pricing is perfect?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes. Actually, I registered 4 years ago, so...
So you got the lower price?
Lower price. No, $9.99 is perfect too.
Thank you.
Bringing the puris and the parathas into it, more features, so why not?
So that can be upgraded.
Upgraded,
You don't have
yes.
to buy a new one.
No, upgraded.
Thank you so much. So how do you like the rotis by Rotimatic?
It's pretty good actually, pretty legit.
Would you definitely buy one of these?
Yeah, I would get one. I mean, it saves
Don't you
some.
think the pricing is expensive?
Yeah, it's expensive, but maybe as like a splurge, I might get one. It's a cool gadget, and I like.
You don't need your wife to make rotis for you then?
No. Hey, anything that makes life easier, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when your wife is out of town, you can make rotis very well.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.